Hey, everybody, I am Dana Wilson, your hair advocate, and we're going to continue our series, Meet the Certified Sisterlock Consultant, and we'll get started in 2 minutes. Hey, everybody. I am Dana Wilson, the CEO and Director of Hair Cares Inc. I am a certified trichologist and a Sisterlock trainer, consultant, and coach. Today, I'm presenting my series called Meet the Certified Sisterlock Consultant. And this series was really originated from really giving myself or giving the world the opportunity to highlight some of our certified Sisterlock consultants. If you don't know, Sisterlocks is a natural hair management system that was founded by Dr. Joanne Cornwell. And Sisterlocks will be celebrating 30 years next year. In 2023, it'll be 30 years. So I have had the privilege and honor of being a part of the Sisterlock Society for about 22 years now. And so I am so pleased that Sisterlocks is still going strong after 30 years. So this series, Meet the Certified Sisterlock Consultant, like I said, is to highlight some of our certified Sisterlock consultants because they really have contributed greatly to the success and the still high demand for Sisterlocks. So today we're featuring Miss Wanda Washington. And Wanda is the owner and operator of Natural Beauty Boutique. And I got my notes. If you see me looking down, look, I can't remember all this stuff. Wanda is the owner operator of Natural Beauty Boutique out of Tucker, Georgia. And it has been in existence for about 17 years. That's a long time, Wanda. Wanda is a certified Sisterlock trainer, a brand ambassador, and a certified Sisterlock consultant. In addition, she is a master cosmetologist and a Socah stylist. Oh, we should learn more about that. Wanda has 17 years service with Sisterlocks, and she loves servicing clients, training, and sharing the value of becoming a certified Sisterlock consultant. So let's bring her to the stage. Hey, you look so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
I'm so excited to have you here, Wanda. We've probably known each other for, I can't even add that up, probably since 2004, I think. 2004.
So, yeah, that sounds right.
Mm-hmm. So that's been a while.
Yes.
It's almost 20, 19. I don't know how many years this is.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. But I'm so happy to have you here. You know what? I think, Wanda, even though we've known each other for such a long time, I don't know that I know your story,
Oh,
meaning
wow. I got a
how
story to tell.
you came about Sister Locks.
Okay. You want to hear it?
I do. I do.
Okay. Well, first of all, I didn't know anything about Sister Locks. Of course, I'm sure you heard that before. I like to say I stumbled upon it, but
Okay.
um, I, like most people, a lot of us, when I was younger, I used to get relaxers. I love my relaxer. I love, what I was able to do with my hair, but
Hmm.
unaware of the abilities of natural hair. Never
Okay.
even thought about doing a whole lot with my natural hair other than braiding it, because we had a cousin in the family. Her name is Sydney, and she was the baddest braider in town. And she
Okay.
beat all the family up. Didn't cut the edges up or nothing. She was just good at what she did. And I love that. Everything I did, I really, really enjoyed. It came a point in my life where I noticed that some things were changing with my hair. But at any rate, I was introduced to a natural hairstylist who
Okay.
was very, very good at doing twists. I believe I saw someone style and they gave me her number. So I started going to her home, and she would twist my hair. And she said, "You know what? You should read this article in this book that I have. It's
Okay.
this company called Sisterlocks." She says, "This sister has invented this technique and it is really bad, girl." She said, "It is awesome."
Oh,
So
wow.
as she did my hair, I picked up the magazine. Dr. Cornwell was in the magazine. I was immediately intrigued by everything they were saying about the technique. And it made me want to know more about it. And I believe I called the Sisterlock home office, and that would be 17 umpteen years ago,
Yeah.
and spoke with someone and asked about the training. So they gave me an overview of the training and what to expect. So believe it or not, Dana, it would be 10 years later that I decided to go through the training, because at the time I was working in corporate America.
Okay.
And at that time, I was a state trainer for telecommunications, where I
Okay.
taught service representatives how to do sales and service and make a pitch, maintain a sale, and meet their quotas. That's what I had to do. And then I managed the team. So that's kind of some of my management background, my customer service
Okay.
training, because we were trained in all phases of how to handle and deal with customers from beginning to end and maintain and retain. I use those
That's important.
skills.
And that's important. That's
Yeah, I use those skills. We got legal aspects and everything. So
okay.
at any rate, so 10 years later, I went to the Sister Lock training because some changes took place in my corporate job that affected me. And so at that time, I
Wait a minute.
decided
Wait
to
a
move
minute.
out.
Wanda. Wanda. So 10 years. Now, did you have Sister Locks before you went to
No,
the
I didn't have Sister Locks before. I had a relaxer. So before I decided to go to the Sister Lock training, I because I noticed what was going on with my hair, I
yeah.
had it shaved completely off. I had no hair.
Okay.
So I went to Sister Lock with a wig.
Okay. Now tell the real
I
story.
wasn't okay, yeah. I had on a wig, and
Okay.
my sister says don't do it. I said no, I'm doing it. I'm going. So I drove to Florida, Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And it was there that I met Dr. Joanne Cornwell for the first time. As you indicated earlier, she's a founder, the
Mhm.
one who's most gracious to, and thank you, Dr. Cornwell, for everything that you do. And I met my master trainer, which was Celeste Geary, her sister.
Oh yeah.
And I met my CTA, Certified Training Associate, which was Yvonne Mobley.
Okay.
And that training simply blew my mind. I didn't know what to expect. But what I learned is all kind of things about natural hair that I didn't even think about.
Okay.
At the time in the state of Georgia, you were required to have a cosmetology license to do any natural hair. So I
Okay.
had enrolled in cosmetology at the same time. But
Oh,
with Sister Locks, you just had to have the desire to want to do the Sister Lock technique. And that was a beautiful thing as well. So at any rate, what I was learning in the Sister Lock training, I never heard before. I
okay.
learned how hair behave. I learned how it do. I thought, okay, I'm going to this class. They're going to show me how to do it. We're going to just do some hands on and I'm out.
Right.
That's what I thought was going to happen. But no, they set you down. They set the platform. They had an agenda. They had a curriculum. They had things you had to learn. It was a lot. They had homework. You had to do hands-on, look at videos, do reviews. You had to show that you could talk, do exactly what they wanted you to do and transfer that to clients. So I absolutely loved it because I didn't know my hair can do so many wonderful things. So
Wanda, let me ask you.
that was my
You
start.
say you went to cosmetology school as well. Did you learn these things about natural hair at cosmetology school as well, though?
No, I didn't. And let me tell you this. I went to cosmetology school because that's what the state law was.
Got
But
it.
my intentions always was only to do natural hair.
Okay.
And when I learned about Sisterlocks, that was something I was going to add to my, bouquet of what I would offer clients. We learned a lot about hair. They teach that hair is hair, which typically it is, but we also learned with Sisterlocks that our particular type of hair that has a degree of curl in it does things that other hair does not do. And it's very, very unique. And I thought that that's when I fell in love with it.
Okay.
And then my world was open up. I started to expand my mind.
Yeah.
And so when I was get out of school and walk around, I'm like, okay, who would want natural hair? So you know what I noticed? There was so much natural hair out there.
Oh
I
yeah.
saw Afro. I didn't notice it before. My mind wasn't open.
Wow. So it
I
just
saw
opened.
natural hair. I
Mm-hmm.
started to look at hair and say, okay, that's that curl I saw in class. So I
Okay.
started to identify with it. But that's when I realized there was a market in this business with Sisterlocks. And because it took me 10 years to make a decision, once I was exposed to it, to go to the class, I figured there were other people that 10 years beyond, 5 years beyond, 3 years beyond, that were making this decision as well. And there will always be a market and a fluctuation of people wanting at some point to get to that Sisterlock class, like me. That's my overall thought.
So how soon thereafter, when you took the class, that you decided to become a sister lock wearer?
Immediately. Of course, I had to grow my hair.
Right,
So
right.
I like to tell
Yeah,
you,
pull the wig off, right?
I kind of came out of class thinking I was that and a whole bag of chips, 2 bags. Because one of the girls I trained with, she was in Atlanta too. So we ended up roommating together. So we came out like, we're gonna take over the world. This is the next best thing. We're gonna conquer this thing. So we came out all energized and ready to just do what we needed to do.
So how did you get your initial clients?
I hustle.
Okay.
It's not like it is today where there were people wearing Sisterlocks, but it wasn't as well known as it is today, especially that was at least my experience.
Okay.
So, when I would go to the gym, I would walk, there was a lot of natural hair like that. So I would just approach people and let them know what I did and try to find out if they was interested in it.
Okay.
And I started marketing myself. And what was good about it, there wasn't a whole lot of consultants in our market at that particular time. So when I put out my information, my website and the pictures that I did, I would only use my own pictures. I wouldn't grab other people's pictures from sites. I wanted to be proud of my work and I wanted to say that this was my work. So I would show styles. I wouldn't show technique. I wouldn't give away trade secrets because I think that's wrong to do.
Right.
Because we do trying to sign a trademark agreement saying that we will honor, the code of Sisterlocks. And I like to say that, we're not, what do you say? What's the word people use?
Secret society, a secret.
We're not a secret society. We're a group of women that are trained to be professional, to deliver a product and service to natural hair. We have standards and we have certain way that we do things. And we're expected to do it in a place of honor, integrity, and respect. And that is not a society. That is something people, based on the discussions I have with clients, that is something that they are attracted to.
Got it. Got it. So so when you came out, obviously at the time, Sisterlock wasn't as popular. And so you had to do some marketing. But what had you pursue getting certified?
Well, when we came out of when we were in training, our group of trainees and my sisters, um, Dr. Cornwell, Celeste, and Yvonne, they all express that it is important to get certified. That was really, really stressed.
Okay.
And at least I know the class I came out of, that is what my number one goal was, to make sure as soon as I got out, I got certified. So the person I met in Atlanta, I did her head. He was my first client. And we immediately began to work on clients and work towards getting certified. So it took me I got certified in 2004. I trained in 2004, and sometime between 2004 and 2006, when I became a trainer, I got certified. I believe it was a year or less. I got certified right away.
Okay. And the reason why I asked, because I know even today in the classroom, obviously it is encouraged to get certified.
It sure is.
But you have to have something within yourself, also naturally have it within yourself, that you want that credibility, that you want to do things to standard or higher. And that's why I'm asking what made you want to pursue that outside of what was shared in the classroom.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question, Dana. Thank you for asking that. Like I said, I fell in love with natural hair, but my dad's always told me that, you have a very strong work ethic. He had one, and I kind of grabbed that from him and my mom. But not only that, I believe in offering people the very best. Right. So the very best to me was to show myself approved. Right. Showing myself approved meaning that I get certified. I did go through this class to get the basic training, but not only if that's not enough, I wanted to be on that list to say that I was a certified consultant. So when I meet with my clients, potential clients, that is what I can deliver to them. And one thing that I wanted to share with you in preparing for this interview, because I was so excited.
Yes.
I talk to my clients. Building rapport with clients is very, very important. I love to work with clients and make them happy and deliver a product. And Sisterlocks is a product, but it is also a service. Deliver it to them in the way and the manner it should be delivered. So what was important to me in talking to you and talking to the public is, well, what do the clients think? I know I've been talking all day long, but what do they feel? What do they think? What do they want? They're proving they want Sisterlocks, but how do they want them? So I asked about 10 of my clients that I currently do, when you were looking for Sisterlocks, what were you looking for?
Okay.
10 out of 10. To make sure they were certified. I said, why was that important to you? They said, because it tells me that they have demonstrated that they have the skills to know how to do my hair and know how to do it right. Some of the other things they said, it made them feel comfortable and secure in my chair. One of the other things is that they know they're going to get Sisterlocks and not another technique. Now, not to say there's not other lovely techniques out there, so I'm not going to say nothing, negative against anyone. But if someone asks you for a brand, and Sisterlock is a brand name, it has some strength behind it. Otherwise, a lot of folks are chasing it now. So you have to deliver what people ask for and give them their money's worth. It's quite an investment. So they deserve to get a return on their investment with someone who knows what they're doing and going to demonstrate that.
Absolutely.
And, that's why the certification is important. And also supporting trainees that come out of training that are looking to get that certification. It's important to understand that to support them as well, because they are taught how to do it. And today, a lot of them do seek mentorship, which I know you're going to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you shared that, because as a trainee, when people go, they're looking and seeking Sisterlocks, like you shared about your clients. They were looking for a certified person, But as a trainee, the only way to get certified is to have somebody trust you to do it. You know what I mean? And so you got to start somewhere, but
It's always a start.
you got to start somewhere. And if you're striving for certification and you let the potential client know that I'm looking for a qualifying client, meaning someone that they can use for certification, that might be attractive to that client because they know that you are serious about your craft and that
Right.
you're seeking to pursue certification.
All
Yeah,
right. Correct.
that
Correct.
is.
It is important to clients. And the thing about it is that in this industry, beauty industry, or, sister locks industry, since we're talking about sister
Mhm.
lock, is very, very popular, as we know. There's a
Yes,
lot of people seeking to get sister locks. There, you gotta set yourself, you gotta understand, it's important to understand that the person that controls what happens are your clients.
hmm,
And no clients, no business.
that's right. That's right.
So the clients deserve people that have been trained properly and
Mhm.
also who have demonstrated that they are willing to get certified and to take that to you and deliver on that certification the
Mhm.
way it's been taught to you, which is part of what we agreed to do. So that
Yeah,
it is very important because it can end tomorrow if people decide they no longer want to do it. And we got to keep that in mind because recognize every single day that people have a choice
that's
in
right.
what they choose to do. And they're choosing sister locks, but will they choose you?
Absolutely. That's good. I'm glad you put that out there. Now, Wanda, so you came back to Atlanta. You had a friend already, an inherent friend, because you guys take the training together, right?
Yeah.
But where did you go when you had questions or if you wasn't sure? Did you have a
Okay.
coach or a mentor?
Well, again, it was about 17 years ago, something like that,
Right.
when I did it. So the mentorship program definitely have grown
Okay.
based on when I first started. So I mentioned who my trainers were.
Right.
So I contacted my CTA, Yvonne Mobley,
Mm-hmm.
because when I first started, did my first head, it took a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It broke me down to tears. I
Yes.
called her and leaned on her shoulder. So she listened to me. She held my hand a little bit, but she held it only to she held it tight, and then she let it go.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is that we do have to get into our material and go back to basics and review.
Right.
So she asked me about, what do you feel went right? What do you feel went wrong? And my biggest thing was my timing. And so in that, we just talked about how to increase that and make that better. And
Okay.
then she referred me to some pages in the book to review.
Okay.
And she encouraged me to continue to call her if I needed any additional help. So she was my mentor in training that
Okay.
I reached out to. And as I went on in my career, to become, then I got certified and I let her know and she was happy for me. Got on the list. I was so happy. That piece of paper meant the world to me. I still got it.
Yes. That's good stuff.
And so to now I'm a trainer and I'm so happy to be doing that and
Okay.
helping trainees get basic training.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to thank you, Dana, and some other master trainers, Denise Dixon. There was a lot of you, Markland in Jamaica. There was so many of you. I think I trained with almost every single one of you at
Oh,
some point or another. But Denise was the one I spent most of my years with
okay.
in developing me as a trainer. So I got additional mentoring and that propelled me to excellence. And I can't leave out Michelle Bryant. She's a national training supervisor. So
Yeah.
fresh out of training, she was one that we were able to reach out to. She always extended herself.
Yes.
And with Dr. Cornwell being in our classroom, that just made it all the better. It
Oh,
blossomed us up. We were just peeking out like new
you
flowers.
you had a real experience. You had Dr. Cornwell and
Oh my
Celeste
gosh.
and Yvonne at the same training. That was really something else there.
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew that it was a blessing. I knew that it was something special.
Right.
But it took me a while to really grasp the the multitude of what I was presented, who I was presented to, and how that affected me.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, obviously you got certified, you start building your business. I'm assuming, um, primarily from word of mouth because of your good work that you had walking out
Word
there.
of mouth. I got a lot of word of mouth business still today. I get a lot of word of mouth coming my way through clients, and they find me for some reason pretty easily. Because what's interesting is right now my website is being redeveloped, but I'm still
Mhm.
getting 10 calls a week.
Good stuff.
I
Good.
think that's awesome. That
So
just shows you. But let me say this: I
yes.
credit the brand for that.
Okay.
It's Sister Locks. So if I just had Wanda Washington out there, and I didn't have the strength of the name behind me, the way they allow us to use it, the professional use of it, um, you got to recognize and give credit to the brand because it's that name that
Absolutely.
is driving the traffic to you. So I respect it.
And absolutely, because you can go right to their website and verify who you are, right?
There you
Even
go.
without any website, without any business card or anything, that a potential client can go to the sisterlocks.com website and look
Mhm.
up a certified consultant or a trainee. So
Right.
that is a beautiful thing that Dr. Cornwell shared with us, to be able to advertise the people who have taken her training. Yeah.
True.
Now, so you are a trainer, so obviously you're paying it forward in that way. But outside of being a trainer, how have you paid it forward for trainees and such as well?
There's a couple of things that I've done over the course of my career. Most of the time, the way it happens, trainees coming out of training have contacted me and wanted to work with me.
Okay.
And so I would actually do a work relationship with the ones that I've worked with in the past. They would actually work at the shop, and I would
Oh,
pay
okay.
them a commission to work at the shop. They stay a period of time, and most of the time, when they get to the point where they get their speed up, they get comfortable, they got a flow. Um, clients bond with who you put in the chair.
Right.
Most of the time, when I started, clients were reluctant, to be honest with you, because I'm being honest. Because they're trainee, they're somewhat reluctant. So that's why it's really important to say that you're certified. And that's one of the benefits. If you can connect with someone who's certified, a trainer,
Mhm.
coach, someone who knows what they're doing, it does help you propel your career upward.
Mhm.
It's not necessary, but it is a good thing to do. And there's so many um, mentorships going on out
Right.
there now. Sister Lock has a program
Yes. The big
that
sister,
they're doing.
they have a big sister, little sister program
Big
now.
Sister Little Sister program as well. I believe they're going to do some type of coaching
Mm.
development as well. A lot of the master trainers, yourself,
Yeah.
um, Rosalie, all tangled up. A lot of them are doing things that are just awesome, awesome. And I'm sure there's many, many more, but
Oh, I'm sure it
I
is.
can't list them all.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we do as a people. We each one teach one, right?
There you go. But that's
Connect.
what I did for trainees. And because I had a lot of clients, it was really helpful to me because it allowed me to do some things and be comfortable with it as well. And I do refer, if I can't take a trainee on because I'm busy or however what's going on, I do refer it to some of the other trainers that are doing coaching and mentorship, which
Okay.
has worked out for them as well. So, but working with my client gives me joy. I'll be honest with you. I love working with them. I finally got a schedule that I really, really like, and making them happy, giving them joy, making sure they what I do is to their satisfaction. That gives me joy.
Mhm. I wanted to ask you about this Socah Stylist because that's a unique title that has not been shared with the audience at all. Can you tell me about that?
Well, I don't know if you heard about Dr. Nikki Hill. She's a board certified dermatologist. Um, I learned, I went to her. You do well. I'm not gonna get into hair. I'm not getting into hair loss, but
Hmm.
Dr. Nikki Hill has a program that it is for cosmetologists, and so I really didn't want to mix it because I know Sister Locks. We're talking about Sister Locks, but briefly,
Yeah.
um, she connects dermatology with that particular field. And
Okay.
what you can do is you can take a class from her, and she teaches you how to certify class and teaches you how to have begin those beginning conversations with clients. She teaches you about the scalp, some basic things about the scalp, what to look for, knowing how to identify hair loss, what
Mm-hmm.
some of the different triggers are, what some of the different diseases are, knowing when it may be a sign of inflammation and they may need to get analysis through a certified trichologist and or a dermatologist,
Mm-hmm.
because it is very, very important that once you see something that is developing that is not good for your scalp, then you definitely got to take care of that right away. Oftentimes, we tend to maybe ignore things that is going on with our scalp
Mm-hmm.
and not think is as serious and want to just put something on top of it. But a lot of times you need a diagnosis or prognosis. And with Dana, I remember with you,
Yes.
um, when I came and got my second set of sister locks done, I was having some issues in my scalp at the top of my head. I know I'm moving into something different,
That's
but
okay. That's
you analyzed it and told me, it looked like inflammation, but
mm-hmm.
you recommended because of it to see a dermatologist. Well, I went to her. She concurred, did a biopsy of my scalp, found out that she said we're going to do a biopsy to make sure that it's not scarred. If it's scarred, I
Right.
was told that it may not grow back, but if
Mm-hmm.
it isn't, our goal is to restore and or stop it from happening. So I was having extreme itching, but she helped me. But the Socah stylist helped me when our clients come in and sit in my chair. We always analyze the scalp. That's one of the
Right.
things we do as a certified consultant. Um, so I look to see if there's signs of that. And if I see signs of that, um, I know I refer to quite a bit of them to you at
Mhm.
times. And
Yes.
then sometimes I'll refer them to a dermatologist. So that's what the Socah
Absolutely.
stylist does to help you to identify, and recognize, and recommend.
Yeah. I'm glad you shared that because I really do think as sister like trainees or a certified consultant, we are dealing with people and their hair, and we are the first line of defense for that
Right.
person because a lot of times the clients can't see, what's going on in their hair,
That's
and
true.
because
Yeah.
we do have our hands in their hair, we are their first line of defense to help them if we see anything strange going on, to make sure that they know that even if you can't identify, it'd be great if you took training to be able to identify what kind of hair loss the person has or what's going on. But even if you don't have that education, at least being able to say something's going on, I don't know exactly what it is, I need to refer you to someone, or you need to go
Right.
see someone.
Identifying, I think, is very, very important.
Yes, it is. It really, really
And
is.
yeah, and anybody can be taught to do that, if they're not a cosmetologist. That's just
Absolutely.
their program.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't care if you're a braider or what kind of natural hair you're doing. That is just education that we need to be part of our repertoire to be able to
Mhm.
identify, because hair loss is huge right now.
It is really, really happening.
Yeah, and we can really prevent some of these things, or at least grab it before it get too far.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So
There you
thanks
go.
for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. So obviously, professionally, Sister Locks have impacted you because you have a business surrounded around this thing, right? But
Right.
personally, how has Sister Locks impacted you in general?
Wow. Um, I think it made me a better businesswoman.
Okay.
It helped me to understand people better.
Okay.
Especially as they sit in your chair, understand what is important to another person when they want their hair done. You may be thinking one thing, but you learn that it's something different.
Okay.
Um, Learn it impacted me because I one thing that I used to do because I was getting so much calls, I would wanted to recommend clients someone else to help them at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
That bond, that bond that you create in that chair
Yes.
with you, being certified and knowing how to do their hair and them feeling comfortable with you means the world to that client as
Mm-hmm.
far as being able to have that type of rapport with somebody. So it's worth its weight in gold, is what it is. And so, and it helped me to see some of the number one things that people have. I don't want to use negative words. What I would just say an issue with, not so much with sister locks, but I think it's more from a scalp related perspective. So it kind of got me more interested in wanting to um, learn as much as I can about the scalp because a healthy scalp is where healthy hair begins. So your
Right.
scalp has got to be healthy. And
That's
I don't know if that's so much of always general focus, but that is a general focus for me where
yes.
I'm trying to go.
Absolutely, absolutely. But thank you so much, Wanda. I so appreciate taking time out of your busy, busy schedule to be here with me. And I mean, obviously we've known each other for years, and it's been a pleasure working alongside of you and and being a part of your journey as well. So thank you so much for being here, Wanda.
Okay. Mhm.
Let me see. Are you taking clients? Because I do have your email up here that I could show if you're willing.
You can show my email. Now, this is what I'll do. If I'm full, I
Did I get it?
have bonded with some consultants in
Uh-huh.
different areas. And what I will typically ask someone, if I'm not able to do it, are you willing to work with a trainee if that's something that you're willing to do? And I do like to try to help promote them as well as other certified consultants in an area that may be closer to them. I try to do my best, but I'm real honest with you and letting you know where I'm at that particular time. So
Okay.
you can share my email, but also I want to encourage them. Can I tell them a little bit more?
Yes.
Definitely check out sisterlocks.com and look in the different market areas to
Mhm.
find out exactly where some of the other certified consultants, trainees, brand ambassadors, we got a whole swarm of folks
Yes, we do.
out
Yes,
there.
we do.
Because
Yes. And
look
if,
there.
and even if you're interested in becoming a consultant, sisterlocks.com is the place to go to find out where the classes are being held as well. So,
Exactly. Thank you, Dana.
perfect. Let me put Wanda's email up there again, Wanda at naturalbeautyboutique.com. And again, she shared that if she can't accept you at the time, she can refer you to someone. Perfect. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Miss Wanda.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You have a great day.
Thank
Have a
you. You
Merry
take
Christmas when it comes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for enjoying or being a part of this conversation or watching us have this conversation. And I just want to share that this series will continue. I will continue to highlight certified sister consultants, and if you are a viewer and you have a consultant who you think is the bomb.com and you want to see them featured on this series, please send me an email or DM me on any of my social media with that consultant's name. So maybe I will consider having them on the series. Also, if you want to stay connected, join my mailing list. That's at www.haircares.com, haircaresinc.com. You can also join my Facebook group called the Sister Lock Society. Let me put that up there. Perfect. And like I said before, if you're interested in being a consultant at all, you want to go to sisterlocks.com, and they'll have it listed there on when the trainings are being offered and what city. And then lastly, if you're a Sisterlock practitioner already and you have yet to be certified, and you need some encouragement and you're looking for a coach, you can go to my link, the link tree, Hair Cares Inc., where there's some options to have a discovery call with me to maybe consider some of my coaching programs. So, again, thank you so much for joining us, listening in. Stay tuned. I have enjoyed doing this series, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.